with items that can one-shot a hero to Sanctum Island getting revamped. We have a lot to share in this video. Hi guys, Kazuki here, and in this video we are going to talk about the patch note 1.8.92 and everything that it came up with. Let's start the video with the new hero Zushin, Beacon of His Spirits. Zushin is a mage who uses a lantern of his spirit to guide ember butterflies, dealing AoE damage and pulling enemies airborne. She will be available on June 29 server time. Let's talk about her passive, Crimson Butterflies. While using Lantern Flare, Zushin converts mana into crimson butterflies that follows her spirit lantern. Once she stops, the butterfly restore her mana as they disappear. Next, we have her skill 1 Fluttering Grace. Zushin deals magic damage in a fan-shaped area, applying a stack of Soul Snare and stealing movement speed from enemies. Moving on to her skill 2, Lantern Flare. When you hold, she uses mana to move the spirit lantern, dealing damage and applying Soul Snare. When enemies have enough Soul Snare stacks, they are pulled airborne by the crimson butterflies. And when you release the throws, capture enemies to a target location, dealing damage. And finally, we have her ultimate Crimson Beacon. Zushin blinks to a target location, gains a shield and creates a damage dealing field around her that applies Soul Snare. Time to move on to hero adjustments. Zask Nightmare spawn is now more stable and he can use other battle spells now. His ultimate can be cast without relying on skill 1's position. His skill 1 Nightmare spawn releases continuous death rays, which now have a consistent damage rate and an immediate slow effect. Mana cost reduced. The damage is 90, reduced by 30, but the magic is increased by 5. Slow effect is now immediate 30%. The mana cost is reduced to 40 in the early game and 70 in the late game. His skill 2 now attacks in a specified direction, causing Nightmare spawn to attack and stun enemies. And skill 3's damage has been reduced by 55 in the early game and 100 in the late game. And finally, for the ultimate, you can select an area to summon the enhanced Nightmare spawn with extra HP and hybrid defense but a lower mana cost. The extra HP has been reduced to 250 in the early game and 500 in the late game. Extra hybrid defense has now increased, scaling to 20 to 40. The mana cost is also reduced by 100 in the early game and 200 in the late game. Next, let's move on to Chao, who has been buffed. His passive now enhances basic attack, now requires less movement and reduces enemy defense. His skill 1's dash distance and cooldown reduction have been increased. The cooldown has been reduced by 2.5 seconds in the early and 1 second in the late game. His skill 2 now no longer gives a physical penetration boost. His ultimate has been nerfed, first kick distance by 20%. Xavier have received a major buff. His passive ultimate cooldown reduced more significantly at stage 3 as now is just 12 seconds instead of 36 seconds. His skill 1's late game cooldown reduced by 0.5 seconds and mana cost has been decreased by 10 in the early game and 60 in the late game. The damage also increased by 55 in the early game and 25 in the late game. The magic power bonus has also been increased by 50 points. As the skill 2 cooldown was reduced to 11 seconds, mana cost was reduced to 60 to 90, barrier damage increased to 200 to 300 plus 60% total magic power. Mystic Field damage reduced to 200 to 300 plus 60% total magic power. The ultimate cooldown increased to 52 to 60 seconds, damage increased to 600 to 1100 plus 180% total magic power. Olus has received a complete overhaul. Olus has received adjustments to improve his farming experience and increase his sustained damage and survivability. His passive has been adjusted. The stake effect has been increased from 3 to 12 physical attack to 9% to 15% attack speed. The full stake effect has been increased from 27 to 125 basic attack damage to 42 to 210 physical damage with basic attack. Skill 1 has received a buff. The cooldown has been reduced from 16 to 14 seconds to 14 to 12 seconds. The damage reduction has been increased from 20% plus 1% for every 10 extra physical attacks to 30% to 50%. Skill 2 has been nerfed. The skill damage reduced from 150 to 550 plus 120% extra physical attack to 240 to 440 plus 70% of total physical attack. HP restored by enhanced basic attack has been reduced from 50 to 100 to 50 to 100 plus 1% of maximum HP. Enhanced basic attack duration can now be enhanced for 3 seconds after hitting enemy heroes or creeps. Attack speed bonus for enhanced basic attack. His ultimate has been buffed. The crafting order has been adjusted to blade craft, handle craft and then hammer craft. Basic attack's physical damage from blade craft has been increased from 35 to 50 at full stacks. Skill level for activating handle craft reduced from 3 to 2. Now let's look at all the hammer craft changes. It now increased 20% physical penetration. The skill level for activating hammer craft is increased from 2 to 3. This new effect cannot be interrupted when casting ultimate. The base damage has been increased from 210 to 290 to 210 to 350. The sustained damage has been increased from 90 to 130 to 90 to 150. Leo mode has been buffed. Passive has been buffed. The physical attack gained by every 1% crit chance increased from 1 to 2. His skill 2 has been buffed. Cooldown reduced from 12 seconds at all levels to 12 to 10 seconds. Enhanced skill 2 has been buffed. The cooldown reduced from 7 seconds at all levels to 7 to 6 seconds. The skill damage increased from 300 to 400 plus 50% of total physical attack to 300 to 500 plus 80% of total physical attack. Ben has received a buff. His passive has been buffed. The damage increased by 0.1% into 0.1 level of target's maximum HP. Kagura has been buffed. Kagura's burst damage is relatively low compared to the risk she takes when performing combos. To make her more competitive, the benefit of her ultimate and lane clearing ability in the early game has been greatly increased. Her skill 1 has received a nice buff. The mana cost reduced from 60 to 110 to 50 to 80. There is a new effect added where increased maximum damage to the non-hero unit to 130%. Her ultimate has been buffed. The pulling damage increased from 400 to 600 plus 145% of total magic power to 550 to 800 plus 170% of total magic power. Eve has been buffed. Skill 1 has been buffed. The damage bonus increased from 140% magic power to 150% magic power. Her skill 2 has also been buffed. The slow has increased to 30% in the early game, up to 60% in the late game. Aurora has also received a nice buff. Skill 1 has been buffed. The base damage increased to 400 to 700. Hellstone damage is unchanged at 40. Hayabusa is buffed. His jungling speed, laning, pushing and combat capabilities in the late game have been increased. Skill 1 is buffed. Damage increased from 200 to 260 plus 70% extra physical attack to 220 to 280 plus 75% extra physical attack. Energy cost reduced from 30 to 20. Multiple shurikens damage to creeps reduced from 70% to 50%. Fragment is nerfed. His early and mid-game teamfight power has been reduced while maintaining his late-game strength. Enhanced ultimate is nerfed. Conversion ratio from crystal energy changed from 35% at all levels to 21% to 35%. Baksha is adjusted. Skill 2 is buffed. Mana cost reduced from 25 to 50 to 20 to 40. Ultimate is adjusted. Final damage reduction increased from 240% at all levels to 200 to 260%. Cooldown changed from 40 to 35 seconds to 40 to 30 seconds. Moscow is nerfed. Skill 1 is nerfed. Attack speed boost reduced from 1.15 to 1.5x to 1.15 to 1.4x. Skill 2 is nerfed. Cooldown fixed at 12 seconds at all levels. Stun duration reduced from 1.5 seconds to 1.2 seconds. Enemy reveal duration upon hit reduced from 5 seconds to 2 seconds. Nathan is nerfed. His passive is nerfed. Magic power bonus reduced from 70% to 65%. Attack effect inherited reduced from 70% to 65%. The skill 1 is nerfed. Magic power bonus reduced from 140% to 130%. The skill 2 is also nerfed. Knockback damage magic power bonus reduced from 70% to 65%. Extra total magic power bonus reduced from 14 to 13%. His ultimate is nerfed. Attack effect inherited reduced from 70% to 35%. Nana is adjusted. Her skill 2 has been optimized for better initiation and her damage output has been slightly reduced. Skill 1 is nerfed. Damage reduced from 320 to 440 plus 100% of total magic power to 300 to 400 plus 90% of total magic power. Damage reduction to enemies hit reduced from 20% to 10%. Maximum reduction changed from 60% to 30%. Skill 2 is buffed. Skill 4 swing time set to 0.5 seconds. Magic defense reduction of transformed enemies increased from 25% to 30% to 40%. Slow effect for transformed enemies increased from 30% to 50%. Her ultimate is nerfed. Slow effect reduced from 50% to 30%. Damage reduced from 440 to 660 plus 160% of total magic power to 440 to 600 plus 140% of total magic power. Veil is adjusted. He can now deal higher burst damage. His skill 2 is adjusted. Sustain damage reduced from 200 to 400 plus 80% of total magic power to 150 to plus 30% of total magic power. Base damage bonus increased from 300 to 400 plus 40% of total magic power to 400 to 600 plus 60% of total magic power. His ultimate is adjusted. Cooldown increased from 40 to 32 seconds to 44 to 36 seconds. Sustain damage reduced from 150 to 300 plus 40% of total magic power to 150 plus 30% of total magic power. Novaria is nerfed. Her ultimate vision duration has been reduced to make it less overwhelming. Ultimate is nerfed. Duration reduced from 8 seconds to 5 seconds. Low E is nerfed. Ultimate is nerfed. Cooldown fixed at 60 seconds at all levels. Sicilian is buffed. Skill 2 is buffed. Force swing removed. Delay time unchanged. Glow has been buffed. Glow's sustain against high mobility enemies and laning strength have been slightly lowered. Effect adjustment. He now recovers 4% of the maximum HP when the explosion hit the target. He now recovers double the amount of HP from 6% to 8% of maximum HP when the explosion hits a hero. Badang has been buffed. Badang's survival pressure and skill cooldowns in the late game have been reduced. His skill 2 has been buffed. Cooldown has been reduced from 9 seconds to 9 to 7 seconds. The base shield has also increased from 350 to 600 to 350 to 700. The ultimate has received an ice buff. The cooldown has reduced from 30 seconds to 30 to 26 seconds. Joe has been buffed. Joe's utility to the team has been increased along with adjustments to his laning strength. Passive has undergone an ice buff. The maximum stakes of Mecha Suppression reduced from 10 to 6. Each stake of Mecha Suppression increases all damage taken by enemies increasing from 1% to 2%. Skill 2 has been buffed. The base shield has been increased from 375 to 1000 to 500 to 1000. Beatrix also has received a major buff. Beatrix's weapon switching in combat has been made smoother. Her passive has received an ice buff. Physical attack converted by every 1% crit chance increased from 1 to 2. Her skill 1 has been buffed. Reduced the delay between switching weapons by 40%. 1-1 has been buffed. 1-1's attack speed has been increased to compensate for her unique attack mechanic. Attributes have been buffed. Basic attack speed increased to 1.08. The attack speed growth to 2%. Clint has been buffed. Clint now deals slightly more damage in the early game. The skill 1 has been buffed. The second shot damage reduction changed from 30 to 55% to 50% at all levels. Atlas has been buffed. Atlas's early game mobility and damage reduction during his passive have been improved. Passive has been buffed. Increased physical and magic defense during Frigid Breath increased from 11 to 25 to 16 to 30. Skill 2 has been buffed. Cooldown has been reduced from 15 to 10 seconds to 12 to 10 seconds. Rafaela has been buffed. Rafaela mana cost has been reduced on her skill 1 and 2. Skill 1 has been buffed. Mana cost has been reduced from 85 to 145 and 45 to 70. Skill 2 has been buffed. Mana cost has been reduced from 100 to 150 to 80 to 120. Diggy has been nerfed. Diggy's ultimate duration has been reduced to balance its impact on heroes good at control. Ultimate has been nerfed. Duration reduced from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. Lunox has received a nerf. The cooldown of Lunox's enhanced skill 1 has been adjusted to prevent the new effect of the temporal rain talent from having too much of an impact. Enhanced skill 1 power of chaos has been nerfed. After releasing the ultimate in chaos form, the cooldown of this skill is no longer affected by CD reductions. Time to check out all the battlefield adjustments, and man, this time they are huge. As I have already explained in detail about the new items in this video, let's take a brief overlook over them for now. Do check it out to know everything and all possible combination of these items. First is the addition of a new item, Sky Piercer. It is designed for assassins, encouraging early game aggression. It costs 1500 gold and grants 60 adaptive attacks and 15 movement speed, which means it can be used on both physical and magic heroes. Its unique passive lethality executes enemy heroes with HP below 6%. Each kill grants 10 lethality stakes, and each death loses 30% of the current stakes. Each stake increases the execute threshold by 0.1% up to 60 stakes. Next item added is Malefic Gun. Malefic Gun enhances the move and attacks experience for marksmen and some basic attack based fighters. Price rate 1940 gold. It provides 45 physical attack, 25% attack speed and 15% lifesteal. Its active skill Malefic Energy increases basic attack range by 15% for 3 seconds after landing a skill within a 6 seconds cooldown. The unique passive Zeal grants 10% movement speed for 1 second with each basic attack, making it a must-buy item for all marksmen. Moving on, we have the new magic item Wishing Lantern. Wishing Lantern is for mages needing to deal significant damage to high HP heroes. It costs 2160 gold and offers 70 magic power and 10% cooldown reduction. The unique passive Butterfly Goddess summons a Butterfly Goddess to deal magic damage equal to 10% of an enemy hero's current HP for every 800 magic damage dealt. Don't combine this with a new item. Winter Truncheon is now renamed to Winter Crown. Winter Crown, priced at 1950 gold, is reworked for both physical and magical heroes. It offers 45 adaptive attack, 400 maximum HP and 5% cooldown reduction. The unique passive Frozen activates immediately without interrupting ongoing skills, having endless skill combination with Winter Crown's unique Frozen passive. The OG item Queen's Wing has been reworked. Queen's Wing now provides 40 adaptive attack, 600 maximum HP, 10% cooldown reduction and a 10% spell vamp. Its reworked passive Demonize grants 30% damage reduction and reduces the skill's cooldown by 2 seconds when HP drops below 40% with a 60-second cooldown. The new passive Defiance increases damage by 0.25% for every 1% HP lost, up to 15%, making it perfect for heroes like Terizla, Yuzong and Dairoth. The popular item Thunderbelt has been reworked too. Thunderbelt costing 1820 gold, and now it offers 800 maximum HP, 15 physical defense, 15 magic defense and 20 movement speed. The reworked passive Thunderbolt deals extra 2 damage based on physical and magic defense every 4 seconds and slows enemies by 99% briefly. The favorite item for many heroes, Bloodlust X, has been removed or rather merged with the new reworked War X. War X now includes some attributes from Bloodlust X, making it the first choice for sustained fighters. It provides 35 physical attack, 400 maximum HP and 12% spell vamp. The unique passive Fighting Spirit no longer grants spell vamp. Following the trend is the reworked Glowing Wand. The effects of Necklace of Defense have been added to Glowing Wand, now costing 2150 gold. It features the new unique passive Life Ban, which reduces shield and HP regen effects by 50% for 3 seconds when dealing damage. Fleeting Time has been adjusted. Fleeting Time provides 30 adaptive attack and 600 HP, can be used for both physical and magical types heroes, improving the versatility of the item as well as giving more chances to reduce the cooldown for ultimate for multiple heroes. Twilight Armor is reworked for better burst damage protection. The unique passive Twilight reduces excess damage over 800 by 0.4% of maximum HP. Berserker's Fury price has now been changed to 2390 gold. Windtalker has been tweaked to give more benefits to heroes as it is the go-to choice for many heroes. Windtalker now grants 20 physical attack, making it a stronger early game choice. The unique passive Activate is removed. Concentrated Energy has been tweaked a little too. The unique passive Recharge now lasts 5 seconds instead of 3. And at last, in equipment section, a new tier 2 item, Expert Gloves, a new component costing 500 gold. Next we have some in-game adjustments. Visuals for several pieces of equipment have also been enhanced. An in-match build recommendation feature is now available. Equipment recommendation will be based on your hero and the enemy lineup. Numerical descriptions of equipment are optimized and default battle setups for some heroes are improved. To balance the Scavenger Crab, its HP regen interval is reduced and its HP regen efficiency is increased when out of combat. The duration of the movement speed bonus from the current of the turtle is extended from 10 seconds to 15 seconds. The load now increases physical penetration by 10% per second when aggroed up to 10 times. The XP and gold provided by neutral load are reduces by 25% and up to 36%. And also the summon load HP is increased by 30%. Magic defense for siege minions and special siege minions is reduced, making lane clearing easier for mages. The HP regen speed of the spawn point is optimized, doubling the speed while having the amount of HP recovered each time, keeping the total regen time unchanged. The Killing Spree bounty and team bounty systems have always helped the disadvantaged team to catch up to the advantaged team. giving them a chance to turn the tables. However, the current bounty system lacks awareness. A display of the current bounty amount for each hero on the scoreboard, indicating the extra gold the killer can get for eliminating that hero. The killing spree bounty increases with the number of consecutive kills the hero makes, but is only awarded to the player who ends the spree. The team bounty increases by the amount the hero is added to the opposing team's average economy. When a leading hero is killed, the team bounty is distributed to all players on the killer's team. Now let's look into all adjustments made to the emblems. A new emblem challenge tailored for sustained fighters' war cry has been added. On equipping it after every 3 consecutive basic attack hits or skill damage dealt to enemy heroes, all damage dealt increases by 8% for 6 seconds. You can unlock it at Common Emblem level 45. The new Tier 3 talent Temporal Rain is a game changer. When equipped, the next ultimate cast decreases other active skills, remaining cooldowns 1.5 times faster within 4 seconds. Unlock its Common Emblem level 50. The talent Impure Rage has been tweaked. The extra adaptive damage it provides has been changed to 4% of the target's maximum HP. The custom Marksman emblem now provides extra 16 adaptive attack instead of 5% adaptive attacks. Previously, without pre-order, the cheapest equipment would always appear in the top right corner of the game. So developers have adjusted the order in which the purchasable equipment appears. For example, if a player purchases Corrosion Scythe, the optimal choice would be to purchase Swift Crossbow, which will now appear in the left to right corner of the equipment build path. And no other low-level purchasable equipment will appear until the Swift Crossbow is obtained. Next are the changes made to the maps. Redesigned Sanctum Island is now available on the original server with better performance on devices and improved visuals for walls, bushes, and Cyclone Eye. The map Western Desert has been removed from the map selections, and all maps will now apply the load and creep resources from the Sanctum Island for better visuals and clarity. Time to move on to all the bug fixes. The issue where Gusion's enhanced basic attack effect would not interrupt properly under certain circumstances has been fixed. The issue where Zask summon would occasionally lose their spawn effect has been worked on too. The issue in training camp where the infinite skill option would not carry over when switching heroes has also been fixed. With the bug fixes done, let's check out other adjustments. Yin visuals have now been optimized and a seal timer during his ultimate has been added too. The graphic performance of Yuzong and Ling has been improved drastically, making them feel more smoother and better detailed. Optimized retribution for some heroes like Saber can now use retribution while casting his ultimate. Visuals in large-scale teamfights with high graphic settings have been optimized to run things smoother. The passive description of Joehead has been changed to match the actual targets affected. The icons and skill visuals of some new equipment have been refined to make them more appealing and graphically better. The display of the defense attributes in the in-match attributes panel are now improved and better. Camera movement is now smoother and faster when dragging the map and minimap. Character movement issues where character could twitch or lag when moving has now been fixed. Targeting logic for single target skills has been optimized to make hero pursuit more reasonable. The display of the fighter stage avatar border from the KOF collab event has been enhanced and surely it looks better now. We can now use the skin exclusive custom action while using painted skin in matches. The lane assignment icon for some heroes has been changed to match their main roles. Align the effect of the flicker spell in Brawl with the standard mode. The activation range of the last hit attack for turrets has been changed from 8 units to 7 units to match the attack range of the turret. Let's move on to system adjustment. The season will end 2 hours earlier. Season 33 will also start 2 hours earlier. A detailed video about the season reset is already out, so do check it out to know more. Okay. Season 33 will feature a new story. Tales of Zoshin. Complete the new story chapters to unveil the mysterious hero Zoshin and earn an exclusive Zoshin emote. Also enjoy a reworked story mode and better visuals with simpler UI.
And they all blend into my lantern light.
The map is getting revamped. The Land of Dawn map and area icons have been redesigned. Also, the area and hero information with a new career relevance theme display has been updated, and default skills for Luo Yi and other career relevance heroes will use this new display. Some new features has been added to the shop. Added a search function to the heroes and skins tabs. Introduced a preview feature for battle effects, avatar borders and other resources. To enhance simplicity and enjoyment, the developers have temporarily removed group, Constant of Dawn and area contest features for optimization. This will save phone memory and data. Reworked, or we can say optimized, the in-game UI, including joystick, selecting target buttons, score panel, shop, in-match indicators and more. Training camp can now be quickly accessed from the hero interface.
Welcome to Mobile Legends!
The game size is reduced to take up less space and cleaned up redundant resources. Highlight data will be deleted 2 weeks after the new version update. Export this data if you wish to keep it. Connect your Moonchun account from June 20th to receive random elite skin chest. Previous connections may still be eligible to claim this reward. Each account can only claim it once.
Nice.
Let's move on to Fragment shops. For rare skins, Lancelot Dark Earl, Harley Royal Magister, Zilong's Eastern Warrior, Alucard Viscount, and Eudora Flame Red Lips are added. On the other hand, Cyclops Deep Sea Rescuer, Aurora Heartbreak Empress, Martis Searing Mob, Argus Dark Draconic, and Harley Naughty Joker will be removed. In the hero shop, you can now find Valentina, Gushan, Kadita, Aman, Hanabi, Irithel, Diomod, Gatotkacha, Beatrix, Angela, Carey, and Lancelot. However, Fragment, Estes, Melissa, Hayabusa, Valir, Johnson, Paquito, Moscow, Granger, Alpha, Vexana, and Terizla have been removed. Remember, Starlight skins obtained from the Fragment shop will now be marked with the Starlight tag. Let's check out weekly free heroes. The weekly free heroes from June 21st to June 28th are as follows. Here are the extra free heroes for Starlight members. For the following week, from June 28th to July 5th, the free heroes are here. Starlight members will additionally get these free heroes. Upcoming week's hero from July 5th to July 12th, we got new fresh heroes. If you are a Starlight member, then you will get these extra free heroes. The weekly free heroes from July 12th to July 19th are as follows. Here's the extra free heroes for Starlight members. From the following week, from June 19th to July 26th, the free heroes are here. Starlight members will additionally get these free heroes. Lastly, from July 26th to August 2nd, the free heroes are as follows. The Starlight members will enjoy extra free heroes. For the upcoming events, you can check this video out as we have covered everything that you need to know. So guys, are you excited about the new items? Do you think these items will shift the meta? If you believe, so then share your thoughts down in the comment section. So that will be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Keep supporting Kazuki Official.